All right, so tell me how absorption works.
Okay, absorption. Absorption. Excellent question. Okay, so first of all, what we have to realize, we have this organ named the skin, right? And this is a porous surface. We can't see the holes in it, but the holes are there. Like for example, when you sweat, right, your skin getting wet, you didn't see where the moisture came from, but you notice the wetness on the surface of your skin, right? Because there's millions of tiny holes. So the same way the moisture could come out of your body, whatever you put in on the surface of your body is entering into your skin and ultimately your bloodstream, and is being distributed in your whole body. Whatever touches your skin basically is entering your body. Absorption is a two-way street. It's not a one-way street. Okay? Like for example, a lot of people, let's say they fry food, right? Like us from the Caribbean, we like frying plantain, for example. So when plantain is fried, what people do, or chips, right? What people do is they would take it and put it on top of paper towel. So the paper towel absorbs the excess oil out of whatever the food is, right? Because you want it too oily, too greasy. But what happens, what people never think about, is that the food is also absorbing whatever chemicals is inside of the paper towel, right? So the paper towel, like I said, it made the same way as toilet paper, from recycled paper, so it's garbage to begin with. So you put in your food on top of garbage, but the garbage look white, right? And it's sitting there for a minute, and it's hot, right? And it's moist. So yes, the paper towel is absorbing the oil from the plantain, right? But the plantain also absorbing whatever chemicals is in that paper towel, right? Like dioxin into it. So by the time you eat it, you're eating poison straight. You defiled your food. Absorption is a two-way process. Another example for this, and this is a critical example. Most women that grew up in this Western environment, they are developing uterine fibroids. Uterine fibroids, when you go to the doctor and you ask the doctor what causes it, the doctor telling you they don't know. When you go on the websites for these government agencies that are talking about cancer, they're saying they don't know what causes it. The reason people getting these fibroids, the women using these pads. The pads manufactured the same way as the toilet paper. They use like recycled paper or garbage to make them. Then they bleach it and they add in all these chemicals to it. In addition to that, in the central layer of the pad, they have something called superacrylic polymer, SAP, right? This is this powder that expands to trap the liquid that is coming out of the woman's body, okay? And it swells up so it doesn't leak, right? Now, the people that work in the factories that make that powder, when they inhale the powder, they get in fibroids in their lungs, right? So when a woman puts that pad in her private area, which is moist, they're thinking that absorption is one way, that the pad is just absorbing the liquid that's in my body, and then I just cast away the pad. Nothing happened to me. That's not the truth. When you put a pad in your womb, what happened is, yes, the pad is absorbing the liquid from your body, but your body is also absorbing the chemical that's in the pad every time, especially if you're using a tampon, which is like super dangerous. You're putting it inside of your body now, right? And it's absorbing what it's supposed to be absorbing, the liquid, but you also absorbing whatever chemicals that were used to manufacture that pad, including bleach, which contains this chemical dioxin that's carcinogenic. It stimulates tumors, right? So absorption goes two ways. That's something that we have to think about. So this relates to everything that we put on our body. This relates to deodorant. It relates to mouthwash, toothpaste, the stuff they use to perm the hair, lye, soaps, shampoos, what do you call it? Lotions, right? Oils, whatever it is you putting on your skin is going inside of you. The water that's coming out of your shower head, right? A lot of that water has chlorine in it by the time it reaches our house, and other chemicals, right? So that's being absorbed into your body all the time. And that's why everybody getting cancer, right? Because we're exposed to all these agents through our skin, right? Not just the food. I mean, the food, that's a whole another category. But our skin, we got to be skin conscious now. Everything that we put on our skin, you have to realize is being absorbed inside your body in minute amounts. And some of these chemicals, they're so dangerous, they only need a small amount to start changing your nature, you know, to start carcinogenic catalysts in your body. You know, so you start developing tumors and all type of things, all type of illnesses based upon just what you're putting on your skin. Like for example, Alzheimer's is a big problem now, right? Alzheimer's, these neurodegenerative diseases, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, dementia, that's a regular occurrence now. Now think about all these women that have been getting perms for years, and they're putting that toxic goop on their heads now, right? And that stuff is burning their hair so strongly that it makes the hair straight, right? And they're doing this like on a weekly basis, bi-weekly basis, and those toxins are leaking into their skulls, man. Where your brain is now, you have to get brain problems. You have to get dementia because you caused it and you paid for that. They're paying for it and they think it was cute. They think it was cute. They think it was fine. They think it was flexing, right? I mean, they was excited to get a hairstyle. You know, they're looking in the mirror, taking selfies of poisoning themselves, man. I mean, they're totally ridiculous. Not considering the damage that those toxic chemicals are doing to their body. Yeah. So absorption is two ways. You have to remember that. Anything that goes on the surface of your skin is entering your body.